Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about odd and even functions. What is the meaning of odd? What is the meaning of even? We already discussed it. By conclusion, a function f of x is said to be an odd function if it satisfies the condition f of minus x equal to minus f of x. A function f of x is said to be an odd function, then f of minus x equal to minus f of x. This is called odd function. A function f of x is said to be an even function if it satisfies the condition f of minus x equal to f of x. These type of functions are called the even function. We already discussed the same concept in ratios of f of minus theta. That means already we discussed it. Ratios of, say consider this is ratios of minus theta. We already discussed it. F of minus x emits the negative. We already discussed it. Emits the negative. See here, f of minus x observes the negative. Already we discussed, if a function emits the negative, it is called odd function. If a function observes the negative, it is called even function. We already discussed it. Now listen, sine of minus theta minus sine theta, then the reciprocal cosecant of minus theta is equal to minus cosecant theta, tan of minus theta equal to minus tan theta, its reciprocal cot of minus theta equal to minus cot theta. See all these four functions. We already discussed the same concept in the ratios of minus theta. Now listen, sine emits the negative, cosecant emits the negative, tan emits the negative, cot emits the negative. See this definition now. F of minus x, see f of minus x, f means function of minus theta here. That means sine of minus theta, cosecant of minus theta. So we conclude this one, f means functions. F of minus x emits the negative, minus f of x. See here minus, 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 minus. So negative comes out. These four functions are called odd functions. These four functions are called odd functions. See the another two. Cos of minus theta equal to cos theta. Then its reciprocal secant of minus theta is equal to secant theta. See the second definition, f of minus x, f of x equal to positive. That means it observes the negative. See the same, f means function, here cos function, cos of minus theta. See here secant of minus theta. It observes the negative. So these two functions are called even functions. So now we are going to discuss some problems based on odd functions and even functions. Just once again recall the definition. Observes the negative means even, emits the negative means odd. That is your conclusion. Now just now we discussed about odd and even functions. Now we are going to discuss some problem based on odd and even functions. See the question number 1. F of x equal to sin x plus tan x. What is our definition? F of minus x. That means x is replaced by minus x. Here also in your RHS side, x is replaced by minus x plus tan of x is replaced by minus x. That is the concept. In this f of x, x is replaced by minus x. Same type RHS also x is replaced by minus x. Now this f of minus x is equal to, just now we discussed sine and tan emits the negative. Therefore this negative comes out. Negative sine x. Here also emits the negative. Once again negative comes out. So negative tan x. Now see, we are able to take negative as the common from these two functions. So take out negative as common. The remaining is sin x plus tan x. Sin x plus tan x. Now this f of minus x minus of, what is the name of Sin x plus tan x. Sin x plus tan x is nothing but f of x. So just now we discussed f of minus x emits a negative. This is called odd function. This is called odd function. Once again listen. Same type. We are going to work out some problems. Carefully listen. This is the given question. Check the given function. That is the question. Check whether the given function is odd or even. Question may be asked like that. F of x equal to sin x plus tan x. That is the question. X is replaced by minus x. Here also x is replaced by minus x. Here also x is replaced by minus x. By the property, sin emits the negative. Similarly, tan also emits the negative. We are able to take the negative from these two. So take out the negative. The remaining is sin x plus tan x. This sin x plus tan x is equal to f of x. Therefore, f of minus x produce minus f of x. This is called odd function. In the same type, discuss one more problem. We are going to discuss one more problem. See question number 2. F of x equal to cosecant squared x plus secant x. Cosecant squared x plus secant x. Now once again apply the same concept. F of minus x. X is replaced by minus x. In your LHS side, the same. Cosecant squared x is replaced by minus x plus secant x is replaced by minus x. Now listen carefully. F of minus x, there is no problem in your LHS. RHS side, cosecant emits the negative. Therefore, write like this, cosecant x, but here we are having the square. So cosecant squared is nothing but cosecant x the whole square. So but emits the negative. Cosecant emits the negative. It's odd function. But secant observes the negative. Cos and secant are called even function. It observes the negative. Therefore, secant of minus x becomes secant x. Now see this negative cosecant x the whole square. This negative must be positive because of the square. We can write now like this, cosecant squared x plus secant x. This negative, because of the square, the negative will be positive. The remaining is cosecant squared plus secant x. Now listen, f of minus x. F of minus x. Once again, this is equal to f of x. So this is called even function. This is called even function. The first one example for odd. Now the second one example for even. Listen carefully. This type of questions you have to convert the whole square. Therefore, cosecant emits cosecant x whole square. This, because of this square, it will be positive. Again, we can write cosecant squared x plus secant x. Therefore, once again, that is equal to f of x. See here, f of minus x observes a negative, so that this is called even function. Now, see the example, third question. We can discuss one more example. Now, question number 3. Once again, listen. F of x equal to sin squared x minus 2 cos squared x, again minus cos x. F of x equal to sin squared x minus 2 cos squared x minus cos x. Now try yourself. The meaning is x is replaced by minus x. First in your RHS side and LHS side, both sides you have to eliminate x. Now sin of minus x, just now I explained, take the square, whole square formation. Sin squared x is nothing but sin of minus x whole square. Again negative 2 cos of minus x, again square. See here 2 is the coefficient, cos squared x can be written as cos of minus x the whole square. Again negative cos of minus x. Now see this question. Here sin emits the negative, therefore minus sin x whole square. Here 2 is the coefficient, but here cos observes the negative, automatically it will be positive. We can write like this, cos squared x. Here once again cos observes the negative, therefore it will become cos x. Now this square, that means squaring the negative, we can get positive. That means f of minus x equal to, it will become positive because of the square. We can write once again sin squared x minus 2 cos squared x, again minus cos x. Now listen, f of minus x equal to, once again this is equal to the given question, sin squared x minus 2 cos squared x minus cos x. This is equal to f of x. By procedure, it observes the negative, therefore it is called even function. It is called even function. So here sin squared x, see this one, sin emits the negative, because of the square it will become positive. Here already once again square, but already cos observes the negative, then 2 cos squared x. Here also cos observes the negative, it is equal to f of minus x equal to f of x. We can say it is an even function. Now see the question number 4. F of x equal to sin of cos x. This is sin of cos x. It is nothing but function of a function. Again, see here, x is replaced by minus x. Here sin is outside. Inner function cos of minus x. This x is replaced by minus x. So by the observation, the sign outside, sign of cos x. Cos observes the negative, therefore it will become positive. So this cos observes the negative, so it will become positive. See, sign of cos x once again, this is the given function. See, f of minus x equal to f of x. This is called odd function. Sorry, even function. It is called even function. See once again, f of x, sin of cos x. This x is replaced by minus x. Here x is replaced by minus x. F of minus x equal to, this cos observes the negative, sin of cos x. It is again equal to f of x. Here cos, the given function observes the negative, therefore it is called even function. See once again, fifth example, question number 5. The given function f of x equal to, once again the same model, cos of sin x. Cos of sin x. See the now the same property, x is replaced by minus x. Here also cos is the outer function, the inner function sin x is replaced by minus x. Once again, x is replaced by minus x. Now f of minus x as usual, cos is the outer. Here sin of minus x. What is the meaning of sin? Emits the negative. So sin emits the negative means it will comes out, negative comes out, it will become like this. But the outer layer is cos. Cos of this is going to be cos of. So cos of negative, once again, this cos observes the negative. So it will become cos of sin x. See carefully this one. Here sin emits a negative because sin is odd function. But here cos of, that means this cos observes the negative, it will become positive only. Therefore here we can say f of minus x equal to, this is called f of x. F of minus x equal to f of x. Once again, observes the negative, it is called even function. It is called even function. Listen carefully. See the observation where x is placed. X is placed inside, x is replaced by minus x. Then see then which function is here? Sin. Sin emits a negative, but the outer layer is cos of. So cos of negative means cos observes the negative. Once again it will become cos of sin x. It is equal to f of x. F of minus x equal to f of x. Once again negative observed. Therefore it is called even function. See question number 6. F of x equal to sin x plus cos x. sin x plus cos x. Once again the same application, x is replaced by minus x. Here also x is replaced by minus x. Then here also x is replaced by minus x. By the observation, sin emits a negative. Therefore, sin emits a negative means this negative will comes out. Here, cos observes the negative. See carefully this one. This is one important area. F of minus x equal to minus sin x plus cos x. Relate with this one. Relate with this one. Here, sin x plus cos x. We cannot take out negative commonly because here negative, here positive. You are not able to take out. Therefore, this cannot be written any one of the form. What is any one of the form? If f of minus x equal to minus f of x, or f of minus x equal to f of x. These are the two formations. Either we can write like this formation or this formation. Here we cannot take out negative common or positive common. Therefore, you cannot be putting these two formation, f of minus x equal to minus f of x, f of minus x equal to positive f of x. These two formations is not applicable here. If it is applicable, it is called what type of function? Odd function. Then second one is applicable. This is called even function. Here both the formations are not applicable. Therefore, this type of functions are neither even nor odd. So we cannot put any one of the formation, either the first one or the second one. These type of functions are called neither even nor odd. So far we discussed some problems based on function, some problems based on even function. The last one, sixth question is neither even nor odd. Why we are writing like this? We cannot put any one of the formation. Therefore, this is called neither even nor odd. Listen students. Now we are going to discuss about ratios of quadrantal angles. In your lower standard, that means in your 9th or 10th syllabus, already you discussed about 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. Now we are going to discuss about some more angles, some more data. Now listen carefully. Now consider this is x-axis and 0 degree. This is the initial side. This is y-axis and also we can say 90 degree here. Then x dash, that means 180 degree. Here y dash 270 degree. Once again, this completes one rotation means it also meaning of 360 degree. So 0 degree is the starting, then 90, 180, 270. After completing one rotation, it takes 360 degree also. Now see this. We are taking a right angle triangle here. Say x-axis, sorry x unit, y unit. Then this is the point P of x comma y. All these data are well known. Consider this is radius r. Now this is then theta, an angle theta. All these concepts you will know. Now we are going to learn about ratios of 0 degree, already well known in your 10th standard, and also ratios of 90 degree. Then we are going to take out the ratios of 180, 260, once again 360. These angles are 0 degree, 90 degree, 180 degree, 270, again 360. These angles are called quadrantal angles. What is the meaning of quadrantal? It lies on this line, lies on either x or y or x dash, y dash, once again is completing one rotation. Now consider this radius as 1 unit. This means we are taking this circle as a unit circle. The unit circle meaning is the radius is 1 unit. Then if we are taking a unit circle, what is the meaning of this point? Consider this point A, 1 comma 0. This point must be 1 comma 0. Consider this point on y-axis. Therefore, it can be denoted by 0 comma 1. This radius is 1. This line OB must be radius, OA must be radius. See, Consider this is A dash. A and A dash. A dash means we can say this is minus 1 comma 0. X units take negative. This is minus 1 comma 0. Here say B dash. This B dash must be 0 comma minus 1. Consider these 4 points A and A dash. It lies on x axis 1 comma 0. Here minus 1 comma 0. Radius is 1 unit. Here see B and B dash. That is also radius 1 unit because it lies on y axis. Here 0 comma 1. Here 0 comma minus 1. Now this point P coincides with A. Consider this point P coincides with A. Then theta becomes 0 degree. That is the logic we are going to use here. See this line. This line means consider my hand. This is OP. Slowly my hand coincides with x-axis. Here my hand takes an angle. For example, consider this. 2 fingers. In between 2 fingers, I am having some angle. Consider this finger, this middle finger as x-axis. Consider this is OP. These fingers coincides with the base, then angle must be 0 degree. Therefore, here theta coincides with A, that means P coincides with A, then theta is 0 degree. Now listen carefully. What is the base rule of sin theta? What is the basic rule of sin theta? Opposite divided by hypotenuse. Here opposite is y. Hypotenuse is r, in general r, but we are taking here 1. Now what is the concept I am using? This theta going to 0 degree. I am going to replace 0. Sin 0. And replace theta as 0. Then what are the changes? See here x becomes 1. Y becomes 0. Therefore y becomes 0. 0 by 1. Therefore we are using sin 0 equal to 0. Once I design this point P coincides with A, then theta becomes 0 degree. Therefore, in general, sin theta equal to opposite divided by hypotenuse. Here, hypotenuse is nothing but radius 1 unit. So, y by 1. I am replacing this theta as 0. Then, replacing y as 0. 0 by 1, 0. In the same way, think about cos theta. What is the base of cos theta? Adjacent by hypotenuse. Here adjacent is x, hypotenuse is generally r, but here radius is 1. Now I want to replace this cos theta as 0. If theta becomes 0, then the point P coincides with A. That means this x comma y becomes 1 comma 0. So x is replaced by 1 divided by already 1. Therefore cos 0 equal to 1. So that we are using cos 0 as 1, sin 0 as 0. If we know the two values, this is enough. We are able to derive tan by using sin by cos. See here, tan 0 equal to sin by cos 0 by 1, 0. So we are able to produce tan 0. Then the reciprocal cosecant, here the reciprocal secant, here the reciprocal cot. So you can observe from this. If you are able to derive sin and cos, that is enough. Sin 0, 0, cos 0, 1, that is enough. From this we are able to develop tan 0. From this we are able to develop cosecant. From here we are able to develop secant. From here we are able to develop cot. So we are able to produce 0 degree, ratios of 0 degree. Take down these ratios of 0 degree as a separate heading. Now listen. In the same way, I am going to develop, from this diagram, I am going to develop ratios of 90 degree. See here, once again sin theta, y by 1. Here sin, instead of, now listen, this point P moving towards B. And finally coincides. Initially I am telling, this is an angle theta, my finger coincides with the base, then theta becomes 0. Now this finger going to the top, now I can get 90 degree. Now theta is replaced by 90 degree. What are the changes here? See, x becomes 0, y becomes 1. Consider the point x comma y coincides with here. So x becomes 0, y becomes 1, 1 by 1. Therefore, sine 90 equal to 1. From your 10th set reducing, sine 90 equal to 1. Now listen, cos 90. Now theta is replaced by generally cos theta. Use the formula cos theta. What is the basic formula? X by 1. Now instead of theta, I can replace 90 degree. Now what are the changes? Here see, x becomes 0, then by 1, cos 90 equal to 0. You are using 10th standard in your syllabus, sin 91, cos 90, 0. From this, you are able to derive tan 90 and cosecant 90, secant 90. From this, tan 90 means what? Sin by cos. See, sin here 1 by cos 1 divided by 0. So if you are having 0, this is called undefined. In your denominator, you are having 0. 1 by 0 is undefined. So tan 90 means undefined. So from this, you are able to derive cosecant. Here secant. Here cot. You are able to derive the other three results. In the same way, now listen, 90. Suppose this point P moves towards this direction and finally coincides with A dash. Now listen, sin theta equal to, use the very same formula, opposite y by 1. But now theta is replaced by 180. The reason, see here, once again, the point P of x comma y moving towards and coincides finally with A dash. Now what are the changes? See, y becomes 0, x becomes minus 1. Therefore, y becomes 0 by 1, sin 180 is equal to 0. This is the new concept. So far learned in your 10th syllabus, 0 degree and 90 degree. This is your new concept. Sin 180 is equal to 0. Now listen, cos theta equal to, once again, x by 1. In this theta, replace 180 degree. In this theta, you are going to replace 180 degree. Now what are the changes? X becomes minus 1. Already denominator you are having 1. Therefore, cos 180 is equal to minus 1. Cos 180 equal to minus 1. So this is also a new concept. From this, you are able to derive, see here, sin by cos, you are able to derive tan. After that, take the reciprocal, cosecant, here secant, then take reciprocal of tan, it will become once again cot. So, you are discussing about sin and cos. From this, you are able to derive, you can derive from this tan, then cosecant, secant and cot. So, the same way, think about 270. Once again, the point moves towards this line and again coincides with a B dash. Now, what are the changes? X becomes 0, Y becomes minus 1. You can try yourself. Now, I am replacing, theta is replaced by 270 degree. Now, listen, formula is y by n. Y by 1. Here, y is replaced by, see here, y is replaced by minus 1. Already you are having 1. So, sin 270 is equal to minus 1. Sin 270 equal to minus 1. See this observation. This point moving along with direction and finally coincides with the B dash. Then apply the changes. X becomes 0, Y becomes minus 1. So, minus 1 by 1 equal to minus 1. The same way, see cos theta. What is the formula of cos theta from this base diagram? X by 1. X by 1. Now theta is replaced by which angle? 270 degree. So cos 270. X is replaced by what here? 0. Divided by 1. Therefore, cos 270 is equal to 0. Cos 270 equal to 0. From this, you can derive tan, cosecant, secant and cot. Try yourself to find the values, but I am deriving sin and cos. You are able to convert From this tan. After that take the reciprocal. You can derive cosecant 270. If you are taking reciprocal here, you can get secant 270. Then take the reciprocal of tan 270. We can get cot 270. The last one, once again, this point moving towards this line and coincides. Now listen once again. Sin theta equal to y by n. Now after completing one rotation, theta becomes 360. Initially 0. After completing one rotation, again 360 degree. Now this theta is replaced by 360 degree. Now see what are the changes. X after completing one rotation, x coincides with 1 only. Then y coincides with 0 only. Therefore 0 by 1 sin 360 equal to 0. See the cos. Then cos theta equal to base formula x by 1. Now cos theta is replaced by what degree now? 360. After completing one rotation, theta takes 360 degree. Now see, x takes 1 by 1. Therefore cos 360 equal to 1. Now listen one concept. What are the values taken in 0 degree? Sin 0, 0, cos 0, 1. The same result is also for 360 degree after completing one rotation. See here, sin 360 equal to 0, cos 360 equal to 1. From this you can develop tan 360 and 3 reciprocals. So far we discussed about quadrantal angles. Quadrantal angle means from the 0 degree, the 90, 180, 270, again after completing one rotation to take 360. These angles are quadrantal angles. We are derived only for sin and cos, because after getting sin and cos you are able to develop tan and then cosecant, then secant and cot. So far we are developing. This is one of the important. After completing this one, we are going to draw graph of sin and graph of cos. With the help of these data only we are able to derive and we are able to draw graph of sin and graph of cos. These two curves, sin graph and cos graph, is very useful in your higher studies. Now listen students, graph of sin function. Now we are going to draw a graph for the sin function. Listen these data. What is the value of sin 0? Just now we derived sin 0 is 0. Sin 90 equal to 1. Just now we derived. Sin 180 is equal to 0. Sin 270 equal to minus 1. Once again, sin 360 equal to 0. Consider these data, all these data just now we derived. Sin 0, 0, 91, 180, 0, 270 minus 1, sin 360, 0. Now we are going to draw a graph by using these data, just like a normal graph. Consider this is the starting initial 0, then take 90, one plot, 90 gap, again 180, again 270, again take one more 360. Now this sine curve has the maximum value. This is the highest value of sine, sine 90 equal to 1. This is the least value, sine 270 equal to minus 1. Therefore all the values lies between this 1 and minus 1 only. For example, from your trigonometric table, what is the value of sine 30? Sine 30 is 1 by 2, less than this one. Then sine 45, 1 by root 2. Again, sine 90 becomes 1. Sine 60, root 3 by 2. Like this, all the values of sine lies between 1 and minus 1. This is minus 1. 1 and minus 1 only. See, sine 0 is 0. Sine 90 takes the highest value 1. Sine 90 takes the highest value 1. Again 180. 180 becomes 0 here. Again 270 takes the least value minus 1. This is the point. Once again, sine 360 takes 0. So now I can join all these points like this. Draw a graph. 0, then 90 takes 1, again 180 takes 0 here, 270 takes minus 1, again 360 takes 0. This is one complete curve, that means one portion from 0 to 360. From this we are taking, this is one cycle. Suppose a student has it out like this. What about these sides, sir? Same thing, once again thing, sine 0 is 0. Sine of, from this now we can take minus 90, minus 180, again consider minus 270, then take minus 360. Consider like this. So sine of minus, think about this 90 is replaced by minus 90. What is the procedure? Just now it's explained, sine emits a negative. Therefore this negative comes out. Then it becomes sine 90. So sine 90 is 1. Already we are having minus 1. Therefore sine of minus 90 takes minus 1 here. This is the point here. Again 180. 180 same meaning only. Sine of minus 180. Again emits the negative. It will become sine 180. Already we proved sine 180. 0, 0 into anything is 0. Once again take this point. Now sine of 270. Think about sine of 270 with the negative sign. That means minus 270. Emits the negative, sine 270. Just now we derived sine 270. Positive side is minus 1. Negative of negative become positive 1. So 270 takes the highest value, positive 1 here. Once again 360, sine of minus 360 equal to minus sine 360. 360 producing 0, that means 0 only. Here 360 negative 360 takes 0. Now join all these points from here to, it will take negative 1 here. After that, then it passes through here. Then take a point here. Then it will take highest value up to minus 270. Once again, it reaches 360. The same part, same similar diagram, but from this here, see, 0 to 90 takes the highest. Here minus 90 takes the least value. This is the least value just discussed. Then again 180, it will reaches the 0. Again minus 270 reaches the highest value here, highest value 1. Again it reaches 0. Like this we can develop up to infinite. Here also we can draw or develop the curve up to infinite. This is the graph of sine function. In the same way, you can try graph of, instead of sine function, you can try cos. You can try cos function. Same way, try yourself. So first take the standard results. Cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. Now again cos 90, 0. You know these two data from the 10th. Now you are newly learned about 180. Cos 180 becomes minus 1. Again cos 270 is 0. Again cos 360 equal to 1. By using these data, just now we used for sine function, here you try yourself for cos function. Cos 0, 1, 90, 0, 180, minus 1, 270, 0, 360, 1. Once again for the negative side, same, 0 once again same. Cos of minus 90. What is the meaning here? Cos absorbs the negative, so it will produce the same result only. Here cos of 180, that means minus 180. Cos observes the negative, once again producing the same result. Here cos of minus 270, once again cos observes the negative, producing the same result. Once again cos of 360 with the negative. Here also cos observes the negative, once again producing the same result. So by using these two data, try yourself and draw the graph of the cos function. Again we can discuss the same curve in next class.